Hi there, so I'm Sam. I work in the video games industry as a producer. I've worked on a lot of titles through the years, all remotely from here in Portsmouth, and started coming to the Host as the sort of hub of my sort of one-man multinational, as we call it here, which is a rather grandiose way of me saying that I'm a freelancer. So I sort of discovered the Host during, or just after, the first lockdown. I think we all transitioned to working from home at that time. Some of us found it easier than others. And having done the commuter grind for so long, I found myself working from home full time, which is fine, but I need somewhere to get away from my kids. It's very noisy at home, and as I say, my office at home doesn't have stained glass windows. So when I found out about this place, I thought, fantastic, I'll come and give it a try. But what I like about the Host is, I think we all miss the community side of working in the office. When I came here as a place for some peace and quiet, that I can sort of get my head down and work. I would describe the Host as not a fake Zoom background, but actually this is my community now. I've got to know people here. I've made friends. I get that water cooler experience without having to do sort of 2 or 3 hours on the train every day. So yeah, that's really what this place means to me. First and foremost, I used it as a place to work, but then it became a place for me to come and just sort of like became my headquarters. I sort of run my life from here. I sort of run my business from here. I run my sort of, I come here 3 or 4 times a week, and just it's a place to just focus, and get away from the hustle and bustle of the sort of a noisy home with your family, But obviously I've still got that to go home to at the end of the day. So sort of replicating the best parts of working in the office without the sort of worst parts like commuting and things like that. So every video call we have, and we all live our lives on video calls these days, and every single time I have the same icebreaker. It's not a fake background, it's real. I really do have this sort of antique organ in the background, or this altar, or the stained glass windows. Yeah, people have a hard time believing that it's not a fake. I'm someone, I've spoken about this quite openly here, I'm not somebody who comes from necessarily the sort of faith-based religious background. I probably do come from a more secular background compared to a lot of the community here. But that didn't put me off at all. So I didn't know that St Luke's was a working church. I knew this building was here. But when I came in here, as someone from probably a more secular background than a lot of the regular sort of community, I wouldn't say it took me by surprise, but I'm quickly very comfortable with that, right? Like it's nice to be around the sort of positive and friendly and caring community that a working church has, right? And actually, this place has become, part of my life. We got my little daughter christened here at the end of last year, or sort of, halfway through last year. That was a really nice moment. Quite weird having a kid christened in essentially my office, but that is what happened. And I brought my kids here to the christening hall, and even ended up with some of my family in the nativity, which was quite fun. So yeah, that again, it all comes back to what I said about I sort of bought into a workspace and sort of found a community, and that extends to St Luke's as well as the Host.